And good morning, everybody. Yeah, I know. It says snow talk, just a minor snow talk. But since we don't have any talk of severe weather or anything too extreme on the spring side of things, I thought, yeah, you know what? We do have some snow out there. So why not bring it out for at least a guest appearance for today? But again, no accumulating snow coming our way. Just nice to see the graphic every once in a while then before we put it back into the back shelf there, into the vault, to let it sit there for the rest of the summer and autumn season. I hope you guys are doing well. Had a good weekend. We were out to get out and about. I know it was cloudy in some cases, that we got some sunshine and chilly weather on the other side of things. But overall, the entire weekend was not that bad. It could have been a lot worse for sure. Hopefully, we try to break out of the cycle of crummy weather weekends as of late, and this weekend may have done just that. A lot of flowers have been blooming. A lot have been sneezing like crazy. I understand. I've got most of my daffodils have already bloomed. My tulips are close to that level, but my weeping willow certainly has already leafed out. Way ahead of schedule for that to have happen. And the dandelions are everywhere. But the dandelions right now, whenever I'm able to get my tortoise Harry outside, that is his favorite. Are the dandelions? So they're taken care of in about 5 minutes, which is nice. Your own personal lawnmower, just run through the yard. All right, but I hope you had a good weekend. Certainly, we are getting into a colder setup today. Yes, it could feature and will feature a few snowflakes, but that's not the big headline, certainly for the week, as you're about to see. All right, I'm not going to do a snowboard today because there's nothing really to do a snowboard on. Let's see. Hello, Angela. Weather roller coaster was under the weather over the weekend. Yikes. Yeah, a lot of people are not feeling great lately. I think it's just the constant systems moving through and the pressures, especially if you have sinus issues. It really gets you going. But there are some viruses going around. So please just take it easy and take care of each other. What kind of tortoise, Austin? It is a cicada tortoise. You'll see him live here at the station. I believe it's in May. He'll be spending the day here with me. So you'll be able to chance to see him several times for World Turtle Tortoise Day coming up. Okay, let's get right into it. I want to start actually with nothing really on the wintry side, but a reminder again about the Great American Eclipse coming up in just 21 days and counting. Obviously, we are watching the weather side of things carefully. I will say that there are several storm systems to just keep checking on through like we have been seeing lately. So it's all about where will the gaps be somewhere into that period. That's what we're working on to figure out where April the 8th, that Monday afternoon, will fall into play. And by the way, Hans Zimmer did our music for the Great American Eclipse, in case you're wondering. We can at least get an idea on cloud coverage, and this is based on the average. And I know it may be a little difficult to see, but where you do get the numbers coming in into the light colors and greens, that's indicating that lesser likelihood to get cloud coverage on average. Again, this is climatology we're talking about. You get into your yellows and your oranges showing up, that indicates at least 70% chance or higher to be a cloudy day. I'm still going to keep us right at 68% for now. For now, 68 just because of the active storm track. And I'll let you know, as we all will down the road. Today, you can see these stratocumulus that have taken over. We had a little bit of sun this morning. Of course, we had a very cold start. Temperatures below freezing in many spots. Now we got these stratocumulus that are going to rule the rest of the day. They are heat dependent, so as the sun is getting a little higher up, then we get a March sun, so that helps even more, inducing cloud cover. The problem is moisture. Not a lot of moisture to work with here with this system as it rolls on by. All right, 32 in Louisville now, 32 at Fort Knox. Just about everyone actually is in the lower 30s at the moment. But the radar certainly is lit up with light snow from Indianapolis, Cincinnati, all the way down to Salem, and now getting close to Henryville. At least on the radar, it is showing up. Now, will we get that to the ground level? That's really where you come into play. Because if you see any flakes or anything like that flying through the air, just let us know. Imping is one of the better ways to do that. One of the services we can use to track the snow reports. I've only had one so far. I think it's in Lawrence County, Indiana, where the flakes were actually falling in front of the window. You can see them. So that's it. It's just flurries today. But certainly some festive flakes, I guess is the right way to word it, for the month of March. But it certainly indicates that, winter tries to catch a revenge attack every once in a while. And this is the last full day of winter. So why not? Winter, you get your day. Spring officially begins, not so much tomorrow daytime. Spring begins tomorrow night during the 11 o'clock news. So winter technically still has another day tomorrow to kind of mess around with us. But for all intents and purposes, today is going to be it. You see the chilly air that's in place. This would be much more of a brutal attack of cold air for January, but obviously we're March, so we get chilly and uncomfortable because it's been warm, but not to the point where it's causing a huge of a factor. There's that MP report. Again, just the one of the snowflake report into northern Lawrence County, right into Indiana there. My brain's running slow. It's Monday. But that's the only report. But if you see any flakes, just let us know. And take some video of it. See if you get video of nice little flakes flying. Send them on the Wave Weather app. Easy to do. I have a good photo of the day that I love to show you guys when I'm able to. But if you hold your video sideways and you do a video, just hold the phone sideways, take the video and upload it, and you may see it on coming up on the 3 o'clock show each day this week. Okay, here's Futurecast showing how the snow flurries and clouds and chilly air begin to break up tonight. Another cold night tonight, once again, for the area. Tomorrow's got a hidden challenge with it. And it does come into play with a comment that I think Bradley just mentioned. I'll get back to you, Bradley. But tomorrow is a very dry day. We'll have some sunshine around. There will be a pocket of wind that will also be dropping in throughout the day on Tuesday. Why does all that matter? Well, with this pocket of wind and mild temperatures and low humidity, the stage is set for pretty high fire danger that will develop. So your comment here for the folks that are trying to clean up from the tornado, it's going to be tough on the cold. Yes, today, but a lot of folks will be burning some of the wood and debris as well. Tomorrow probably is the day where that does not need to happen because fire danger levels will be up there for tomorrow. Let me explain by showing you what we have as a fire weather index here in just a second. We get into Wednesday night and Thursday. There is a secondary front that does sink in. As we into Thursday, there have been a couple of hints. Light snow will try to form in that band. I'm not buying it right now just because the area is going to be so dry. It'll be similar to today. It would be flurries at best. And I think it's mainly Illinois. Don't see that happening here. Just want to mention because the sinking cold front here in the middle of the week, we are not expecting a rapid warm up. In fact, it may be next week before we talk about a 70-degree high. And even then, it'd be just for one day. So we're not in the same kind of a pattern we were in, where we're getting these nice little bubbles of warm air lasting 2 or 3 days, get some showers and storms, you cool down, but you're back to warm weather again. The next couple of weeks will be a little different. We'll have much more of a battle to get warmer air, and more cooler than normal days will likely rule for the area. Here's a look at that fire weather index. Again, it assigns a value of it of roughly 1 through 10. of any type of elevated fire danger. And today it is certainly noted that it is up there at about a 2 or 3. Nothing off the chain, but it is noted that it's elevated. We get into your Tuesday. It's the combination of when humidity levels drop to the lowest and gusty winds. Now that moves us into a 4 and a few 5s start to show up. So then we get into at least a little more elevated setup for fire danger. And what all that basically means is if you had a fire that's even a controlled burn, the best you can be on a controlled burn, and you get a gust of wind that can come by, that flame can easily jump over and light another round of fuel for something else, another area of brush that could get it ignited, and it can get out of control quickly. House fires are one of the bigger dangers in this scenario, especially homes built close together. That's the reason why the fire department's usually not excited on days like this, because they have to really worry about fires jumping from building to building when you have a high wind set up along with very low humidity. So again, controlled burns are about the only thing that can happen tomorrow. If we go to a red flag warning status, even those will all come to a stop. So just again, be careful. Be careful if you do smoke, and don't litter. Somebody's going to throw that cigarette, I know, out the window. But just before you do, keep in mind grass fires on days like this. 80% of the time in the afternoon hours, roughly about 2 or 3 o'clock, I start seeing reports of grass fires light up on 71 Snyder Freeway. So yeah, please just be careful is all we're trying to say there on that. All right. So that moves on by. So what's next? Well, we have a split setup here for the end of the week. 2 different lows that try to connect. They don't really do that. One to the south, one to the north. This is where they need to connect to give us some decent rain. They really don't do that. So because of that, overall, the rain chance looks to be relatively minor for Friday and ending early on Saturday. So we'll keep the chance relatively low. It's like spotty showers, nothing crazy on severe weather or anything like that. Just moves on by. And we reset a bit, although the one next week does have a chance to slow down and be a little bit more of a bigger system, a lot more snow with it on the backside. Showers and thunderstorms do light up on the radar. There are several misingredients, though, for this particular setup of the Euro. So not on board yet on anything strong or severe. It's a system of interest. And this will be about a week from today. We'll have to watch that into next Monday night or into Tuesday. And then we may see a similar system right after that. The signal in the longer term for the end of March features several systems. A lot of them feature heavy rain potential, maybe some flooding. So that's something we'll have to watch for the latter half of the month. But really, between now and then, pretty seasonable. No major weather drama coming our way. Any questions I can answer? Travis. Hey, Travis. Models have a chilly pattern through April 8th. Chilly overall. Again, compared to normal, yeah, it will be chilly. Again, normals are going up dramatically each and every day. So you got to keep that in mind. So when you see a lot of the blues that show up on these long-term maps, that's colder than normal, not just cold. So it can be a little confusing on that idea. But as I'm just explaining, we only have one day where 70s are reachable. Most are not. That's a sign already showing us that we're in that cooler than normal pattern. So you keep it on it, Travis. Appreciate it. All right. So let's see. So par for the course. Yes, that's right, Josh. Exactly right. Yeah, you're right, Michael. Cool start to the spring season. We'll see if we can ramp it back up. We get these warm teases. Everything blooms already. The dogwoods in my neighborhood, the blooms are already turning brown, where the cold snaps here the past couple of mornings have gotten to them. So it has not been a pretty show for a lot of the flowering trees that I've had witnessed in my neighborhood. Usually it's one of my favorite times of the year, other than sneezing at them. It's the most beautiful time driving them down the streets of my neighborhood, and it had a very brief show this year, and they're already starting to die out. So that's kind of a bummer when you get these cold snaps a little late in the season there. All right. What was that, Todd? Are you still optimistic about a perma warming after the 8th? Yeah, I do think so. I think there will be a nice little warm surge that'll kick in toward the middle and latter half there of April. That will come with severe weather, but I do think things will bounce back up. April the 8th is almost like a tipping point of going from this chilly air back to a warmer setup. So that's the reason why it's going to be a challenge for Eclipse Day. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not going to ramble much more. I think you guys got the point on how this is going to play out. We'll keep an eye on this and see how it plays out for the next couple of days. The fire danger is going to be one of the bigger issues, though, for much the areas we evolve into next couple of weeks there. All right. Take care. I'll see you on midday. All right. Sounds good. Sorry, my system's kind of like not awake. So I'm like sitting like, hello, wake up. Stay awake, everybody. It's a beautiful day. It's snowflake flurry day. I'm sure that's on your calendar. Mark it down. Take those photos. I'll see you later.